Good afternoon, and thanks very much for your attention. I'm going to tell you a bit more information about what we believe is a unique mobile offering that we've released recently. So, what's unique to this offering is a couple of things. The first thing is that your users have the choice between two mobile networks, so either Vodafone or O2. You can either decide for your users, or you can let your users choose based on signal or coverage in their respective region. Whilst they may have a choice of network that they operate on, the tariffs that they use and the way that your staff SIMs and the support that they receive is consolidated centrally through ourselves, 360 Solutions, and we consolidate the usage for all your users onto a single consolidated bill. So you deal with one support provider, you receive one bill, but your users have the choice of which network they operate on. As you'd expect, with the mobile network, we have all the tariffs that you'd come to expect from a regular mobile provider: a low base, occasional use tariff. We have tariffs that include unlimited local and national and mobile calls for all your users, and then they can be tagged with a data bundle that ranges from anything from 2 gig to up to 20 gig. Then they can also be associated with an allocation of non-geographic minutes or international minutes based on your user preference. But these tariffs, I repeat, are common across both networks. What is definitely unique is that these tariffs, or when your users roam, I should say, you have two options. The first is when your users roam in Europe, they're applied with a fixed daily charge, and that daily charge is automatically applied as soon as we see usage from your staff member in a European territory. And then all further usage is drawn down from their UK allowance, and all the user does is pay a fixed daily fee for their usage both across voice and data. Likewise, it works in exactly the same way for roaming usage outside of Europe in most of the rest of the world's territories, whereby as soon as we detect activity, we debit a fixed daily fee and usage is drawn down from the UK allowance, both for voice and data. For UK users who dial regularly internationally, we have an optional add-on that gives them access to particularly low rates for international calls to eliminate bill shock, which is never very well received when people are operating fleets of mobile devices. Okay, what we also have, which is significant and which is common to both networks, is a tariff which includes access to pretty much all the items that can result in bill shock. So everything is consolidated within the base tariff. So that includes unlimited landline, mobile and SMS messages or minutes, 5 gigabytes of data. Roaming in Europe is actually taken from the core tariff itself, so therefore there is absolutely no additional charge to roam in Europe and make voice calls or use data. It's included within the monthly price that the user pays each time. There's an allocation of non-geographic minutes, which is taken from the core allowance, and the user can also dial internationally into the EU with an allocation of 300 minutes within their core tariff allowance. They can either decide to operate on O2 or on Vodafone and receive the single consolidated bill, all within a single line, a single item of a tariff without additional minute bolt-ons or add-ons. As you'd expect, what we also do to try and add value is provide regular spend analysis to try and manage the spend through the course of the contract. Your users can onboard either on 30-day rolling contracts or across a 2-year term. You can either decide to replace a hardware fleet initially and fund your hardware replacement within the tariff that you pay. You can pay for hardware as you use, or you can have a technology fund and access hardware as and when you need it when people require a replacement device. The types of things we try and bring to attention are regular overspend alerts, who is using high levels of data, and should their behaviour and job role warrant the volume or the entitlement they're using in data allocation, and therefore can their spend be controlled through regular management. Okay, so we believe this is unique. 2 networks, let your staff choose, 1 tariff, 1 bill, with the option of having all roaming charges included within the price that you pay at the end of the month within the EU, whereby your users can, as I say, can roam in Europe with no additional charges. we think this is really unique, and if so, if you are interested in exploring it further, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks very much.